Check, check. 1 2 1 2. How are you? It's time to rock and roll. Welcome to the Berean Perspective. My name's Cliff Powers. Today I'm coming at you with a special session, a special stream, talking about, of course, well, up here, my two best buddies. They have the best hair in the whole planet, do they not? Everyone, give them a clap. Hey guys, well, I have to say, I told you so when I told you so. Or do they say, I told you so? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? I have been saying this for a while, and things are now starting to actually crumble, as I predicted a while back. Don't call me a prophet. No, no, no. Send in some donations, though, if you want to help. Buy me a cup of coffee. Please check out the links and help support the ministry. Buy me a Dr. Pepper or a slice of pizza that'd be great. I'm getting a little, I need some food. But all seriousness aside, I do appreciate you guys who do help support this ministry. Please check out the links. All right. That being said, I'm glad you're here. I've been saying for a while, probably at least a couple years, that at some point, Sam is going to rub people, rumble with people, cause issues with people that he's tight with at some point, and eventually they're going to divide. Now, this has been happening from a while back with people like Anthony Rogers and other people that he knew. Lately, he's been attacking and slandering David Wood. I said that it would happen a while back. He's been doing that lately. Now, another person he's also been attacking, and I haven't brought anything onto my channel about this at all, but Sam's been attacking me because of a friend of his named Albie, and many of you might know who he is. Albie did a special stream of his own the other day addressing issues with him and Sam, and I respect him. They have that connection. I think Sam is worse off than what Albie has said, but that being said, I haven't brought any of that stuff on my channel. But I am not surprised that has taken place. Well, another guy who, obviously, if you're watching this stream, you obviously are now curious or know what's going on. What's going on between Sam and Jay Dyer? Now, I know about Jay Dyer. Jay Dyer is pretty popular, and I've never done any specific videos addressing him, though I would love to have a discussion or even a debate with him if he'd be open to it. If he comes across this video, Jay, I have no qualms with you, other than I believe you have some wrong teachings, and you stand for what you believe. I'd be willing to definitely enter the arena with you and have a debate with you one day. But my purpose of this video today is to say, well, yeah, I'm going to say it. I told you so. Okay. And now I mean that with respect, though, because this guy, Sam, he's unhinged. And I do ultimately want to pray for his salvation, and I do, but he's so far down this rabbit hole now. He is spiraling out of control. And look up here, these two guys, Sam and William, at some point, mark my words, I've been saying it, mark my words, at some point, they will at some point butt heads well. And I've been saying that for a while as well. So let's get into this really quickly now. And let's see. This started last night. Apparently, this commotion has been happening the last couple of days, but this was last night. Sam and William, and then I'm going to go to Jay Dyer's video as well, so you guys can see it. So what did Sam say last time? We're not going to play the whole thing. Let's go through a little bit.
Cult followers, you're scum. You're a disgrace to the Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church and the ancient churches. You're a disgrace to all ancient churches, especially your own. And I got receipts. So don't think I'm here to apologize to any of you. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm apologizing to the true Orthodox.
Amen.
The true Orthodox.
Come on, okay. The true Orthodox. Those true Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox or Inter-Orthodox, who even, and I got receipts, I got articles, that there are Orthodox who call out Jay Dyer and his cult followers and tell Orthodox to avoid them.
I laugh how Sam is calling Jay Dyer's people cult followers when that's exactly what all the Shamounians are. They are following the Sam cult as well. That cracks me up. Absolutely hilarious.
The receipts. Hold on, brother. Well, let me just go to Rumble. Rumble, welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, this is an impromptu session. It's been one of the worst years and Lents for me, man. I'm getting fat, falling to food, and the attack's been like never before. Now, brother, is it true, JP Slut, that
Real quickly, one slightly shout out positive thing as looking at William Albrecht, it looks like he's lost a little bit of weight. So by chance, William, if you come across this video, good job on that.
prostitute is with Jay Dyer?
They sent me a screenshot where apparently he had sent some comments to the channel and Jay Dyer repeated them. Now, unlike other people, I want to be very clear. He was not there on the video or the audio, but he had sent some messages and Jay Dyer read them aloud.
Read them? You mean, and they're making fun of orbs? Is this the same Jay Dyer who's into aliens and conspiracies? And
all kinds of conspiracy theories, all kinds.
That gay liar.
And I can tell why JP would be happy. JP and Cut, if I was him, I'd be happy too. He got Jay Dyer to use spurious text when he pressed him.
So this is interesting. So now all of a sudden, Sam is making these accusations about someone like Jay Dyer. Oh, guy into aliens and conspiracy theories. That's nothing new. It's interesting. Once something that Sam does not like about you, everything comes out there. Just like what happened to me a while back, where he was on my channel and even on his channel a few years back, where he was complimenting my channel, saying how many things he liked about my apologetics. He even said a couple of times that I was his top 2 guy when it came to defending the train. This was Sam, even though he's of course changed his tune because he hates me. But it's interesting how any kind of rumble going on, any kind of dispute, debate, anything, once it's something about Sam, everything now is the worst thing ever, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, you mean it's the same JP scum who caught Jay Dyer for quoting forgeries? Now, brother,
JP got him
the other day, behind the scenes, because I've tried to be respectful to Jay Dyer, or I should say gay liar. But
notice now he's calling him gay liar. What a buffoon.
It's the gloves are off. I'm going to have to take him out as well. I'm done with him. I try to be nice, but you said to me when JP Slut went on his channel pretending to be a pussycat, you said it. I'm a witness before God. Jay Dyer humiliated himself because he quoted forgeries, and JP Slut is going to embarrass him. What happened?
I sure did. In fact,
so I didn't see that discussion, so I can't speak anything about that, but I definitely know about, some of you will know who JP Uncut is, and he called in to Jay Dyer's, I don't even know what he uses, X, Discord, something, whatever. I'm not sure what he uses, but he called into it, had I don't even know how long it was, but it was like probably 20-minute and something conversation maybe. And from what I understand, JP was able to ask a lot of good questions, which Jay Dyer was not able to actually give good responses back. So props to JP on that. But I laugh how they're speaking somewhat slightly positive of JP, but still calling him JP Slut. I hate saying that. I know it's just what he says. But these guys are like, it's whatever the way the wind blows. That's how these guys are. These guys are just, they're just so bad. There's a little bug flying going around. It's not an orb.
In fact, I saw the full clip. JP has been asking for certain texts for a long time in terms of intercession of the saints. And he went over to Jay's channel and they had a back and forth and he began to press Jay. Number one, kudos to you, JP. Jay wasn't able to give him any early information. It was with the parameters that JP wanted. Instead, all that Jay Dyer gave him were spurious texts, is what he gave him.
Spurious text, right?
Spurious texts that didn't even fulfill what JP was asking him for. So,
well, that sounds familiar, William. When I challenged you a while back on your channel, mind you, which is still your #1 live stream. Woo, woo! At least right now it still is. When I challenged you on many things, the early church fathers, pre-300s, that prove anything about the perpetual Virginia Mary, anything about the Immaculate Conception, anything about her being a mediatrix or Assumption of Mary, these dogmas, and you failed flat right? Like it was humiliating. And all you people who defended him, horrible, right? So I laugh when someone like William will talk about spurious texts, and Sam, who couldn't even give anything, he had to go to dictionary.com. Come on, everybody, give him a clap. Sam had to go to dictionary.com to defend praying to Mary. I mean, this is the guys we're listening to? Good job.
So here you have Jay Dyer making fun of you, saying that you don't know church history, when Jay Dyer has been caught using spurious texts over and over and over. And let me say one thing.
So this is the kettle calling the pot black. Both of you guys, all three of you guys. Now, I can't speak directly for Jay because I don't watch a lot of his content, so I can't speak directly on whether or not what he quotes at times is accurate or not in regards to what he quotes. But the fact that William and Sam are trying to, quote unquote, call him out, because that's what it says in the title, calling out Jay Dyer for a formal debate, right? I just think these guys are, William and Sam, you guys need to be late night. Wait a minute. You guys are doing this late night. Oh, wait. You guys are comedians. Good job. Okay. Good job. Continue on.
I saw a little clip a little while ago, Jay, where Jay was calling my papacy arguments low tier. Jay, well, we can debate the papacy.
No, that's
now.
wrong.
Yeah, and let me say one thing.
So this is the big thing now, the papacy. I'll challenge and debate William, Trent Horn, Jimmy Aiken, Alex from Voice of Reason, Brian Mercier, Joe Heschmeyer, any Roman Catholic apologist out there on the issue of the papacy, either according to what Jesus taught, the apostles taught, or the first few centuries. Any one of those guys, right? So Jay Dyer's got this one. This one, if they debate the papacy, hands down, Jay will floor them, annihilate them, decimate them, crush them, humiliate them, Hulk smash them, right? Like, these guys are a joke. No offense to any Roman Catholic, please. Listen, all I'm trying to say is, where'd the apostles teach this? Where'd the apostles teach the papacy? One person in charge over the whole church other than Jesus Christ? Where do we see this even taught by Justin Martyr, Irenaeus, Eusebius, Ignatius, all these people? There were bishops, plural, bishops. There was never one person in charge. That didn't come to roughly around the end of the 4th century, 5th century, when that actually officially started beginning. So if they debate this, Jay Dyer is going to, as we use in the common era now, the cool words, they're going to get smoked.
Jay, it's very interesting that you reached out to Cameron Raker. You reached out to him about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that
wanting
guy.
to debate. You reached out to him real big and tough, wanting to debate against a Catholic. Well, Cameron reached out to me because we're buddies. I told Cameron, here's everything I'll debate him on.
There's that Cameron Reeker guy. That guy's horrible. His information is so bad. And apparently that guy, Cameron, has said that he loves William. He's like he loves learning from him. Sadly, Alex, also from Voice of Reason, loves that as well. It's sad that these guys are getting so much bad information from William Albrecht. I mean, it's just erroneous, just crazy. A little bit longer.
And I didn't limit the topics. I throw them all out there. Filioque, papacy, immaculate conception, canon. I don't.
Okay. I'll take the papacy, the immaculate conception. Sure. I'll go with that. The filioque, however, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that word wrong. Or the issue of the canon, because that would be honestly, that would be entertaining. I would actually pay money to see William Albrecht, aka Albrecht, and Jay Dyer debate the canon, because you have the Orthodox and the Catholic who claim extra books outside of what we call the Protestant Bible, and there are different books, within the Orthodox. They have more books than the Roman Catholic Church. That would be an absolutely entertaining debate. I would pay money to see that. I would.
I don't care. I gave Canon a laundry list of topics. Cameron went back to Jay Once he told Jay that I was up to debate, Jay said he'd debate anybody other than me.
Can I confirm?
He would debate anybody other than you? Are you kidding? What a bunch of doo-doo. We're going to get to Jay Dyer in just a minute here. I guarantee you, he didn't say that. That's got to be so much hogwash.
Hey, gay liar. Gay liar. I want everyone to see this. Hey, gay liar.
There you go.
A little bit longer.
No, watch here. Gay liar. See, when you bark, it's only a matter of time before Jesus muzzles you. Hey, gay liar. I got the receipts.
Here it is.
Eventually I'm going to play, see? Gay liar. I just called him out. You remember when I said I was going to set up a discussion, a panel discussion between gay liar and whoever he wanted?
Oh, yeah.
He's bring Ubi Petrus. I told you, you said, let's do it. You're going to come on. Who are you going to bring with you?
I was going to bring my brother, Eric Ibarra, and the Titan, Elijah Yassi. He said, we're ready. We're willing. Said, I even told you, he can bring Ubi. I don't care who the other guy is that he wants to bring. Anyone, any scholar, anyone he wants to bring to discuss the papacy. Elijah was ready.
Even though I don't line up with the Orthodox Church, Jay Dyer, if you want to bring me on to debate the papacy with these buffoons, I'm all in, man. This is going to be a joke. I hope this really happens, guys. This will be an absolute joke. This is going to be a huge train wreck for these guys right here.
Now, Elisha, I don't know if he's here. He can bear witness. He was ready. Eric Ibarra were ready. We were ready for 3.
So he keeps showing. Sam is so stupid. He shows people's phone, and sometimes it shows private information. He's so stupid.
3-on-3 debate on the papacy.
Yes.
From the Bible and church history.
I'm a witness.
William, I'll debate myself with 3 of you guys on the papacy. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And gay liar, receipts don't lie. I'm here, Elijah. Anytime, brother. See, I'm ready. See,
there's her
brother.
That's the guy.
I'm going to reach out to your brother
now,
soon. I know I've been falling behind. Now, guys, you know who backed down? Hey, gay liar, receipts don't lie. Queer bait, I'm going to now put you in your place because you're
gay liar, queer bait. Woo!
You're barking, little girl.
I'm
going to destroy your cult.
Ha! Gay liar, queer bait, little girl, cult following. I mean, this is it.
Cult followers, because you're demons, you're idolaters, you're pagans.
Wow.
I have no respect for you.
All right, let's stop there. I can't. This little stupid little bug's annoying me. All right, let's go now to Jay Dyer. That's his name, Jay Dyer. And let's see what he had to say. He did this after last night, so he did a response. And then currently as I speak, Sam is doing a live stream as well, and he was barking, talking about Jay today. Let's see I don't know how far we're going to go. Let's see how far we're going to go with Jay here, okay? Let's see.
All right, what's up? Welcome, everybody. We're going to do a late night stream because of all that damn drama. Oh, these girls is out here starting some drama.
These girls.
Oh, these ladies is getting sassy with me.
Ladies.
And I'm just so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared that I asked 2 guys to come to debate. And they weren't interested in debating. We had actually a pretty massive meltdown, as we're going to see.
Meltdown.
So we're going to be doing a little bit tonight. I'm going to talk about what happened. Then I'm going to talk about the specific refutations of what we've seen Albrecht offer, which is pretty low-tier stuff. And I'll show you exactly why no one is actually interested in Albrecht first. So Albrecht likes to make a big huff and a big stink.
So right there, even though I think Jay Dyer should debate him if he gets the opportunity, he is right. Like, William huffs and puffs like a big bad wolf, but that's all that he is. And he makes the big stink. And a lot of times, I've even checked out, a lot of times his little slides and references, he misquotes stuff a lot. And so what Jay just said here is true so far.
And many years ago, when I first met Albrecht online, he asked for a debate. And we talked about this in DMs, and it was going to be set up. This is back in 2019 here. And then I would give him a bunch of references, a bunch of links, a bunch of things to read. And
oh, these are like old receipts here. It looked like probably messenger here stuff here. Jay would be, so this is back in, oh my gosh, that is old. Look at the date. That's 2019. So this is going way back. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about all that, but he's just showing old stuff there. Okay. Hey, I have receipts too. Receipts where me and William were supposed to have a debate a while back, over a year and a half plus ago, where we were talking about for many months, and it was supposed to be on a different channel. And all of a sudden he bailed out and ghosted me. And I even tried to reach out to him, and he hasn't responded back a while back. Does that sound familiar, that he bails out of debates that he's supposed to have with somebody? Yes, he does.
Then it would turn out that months later, he wasn't able to do it. So he would only do, originally, debates several months out. I have several radio shows. At that time, he wouldn't do YouTube debates. And I'm like, radio? Okay, Boomer, what are you talking about? And then I asked him if he'd like to debate something else. And the original statement that he gave was, well, let's do it 6 months from now. And then months later, let's do it down the road. I've been busy. I've got stuff coming up. I've had issues. I can't do it. Okay.
Sounds like Jay Dyer was actually ahead of Anthony Rogers, folks. Looks like this is a pattern with William, apparently. Just saying.
So this became a recurring thing. So this is Saturday in December. So this is July 29, 2019. How about an in-person debate in December? 6 months out. And then he says, let's do it. Then he says, here, let's do it dual streamed. And I said, I don't think double streams will work, because at that time we were talking about him coming on my stream. And then what he used to do is that he would just hope that months later you would forget. And then when it came around time for the debate, he would say, oh, I've got personal issues coming up. And so Ubi had a similar type of experience with William Albrecht. And since that time, pretty much everyone just quit caring or paying attention to him. And he didn't have any audience or traction until he got on Shamoun's channel anyway.
Isn't that the truth? Talk about absolute truth. You go back a few years ago, I was roughly around 3,000 or so subscribers. And William was only around 4,000 or so subscribers. He wasn't much more than me. Right? And all of a sudden, when he started getting connected with Sam, right? Now he's like at 51, but he's been at 50, 45, that for a long time. So he's like really slowed down, but he exploded for a time because of Sam. It just baffles me how they always quote about numbers and views and clout and whatever. You take away Sam from him, he would be nowhere really today. Just saying. So again, I haven't watched this yet. So Jay is saying things that I've been saying. This is hilarious.
But his papacy stuff is literally just the most basic bitch, low tier stuff, as we'll see when we get to the Albrecht presentation here in a moment. And we're going to have fun reacting to that. But before we do, I'll explain what happened today. So Shamoun did a stream about the Trinity and Protestant and Catholic apologists and their different strategies and takes, and who has a better model, and whether the Protestants were better than the Roman Catholics and so forth.
Looks like his stream is a little.
And he said something to the effect of, well, right now, the Protestants are beating the Catholics on the Trinity because they will go to the Old Testament and they'll talk about the angel of the Lord. That's true. However, what I disagreed with was that between these two, the Protestant apologist and the Roman Catholic apologist, he was missing the obvious Orthodox apologist. I'm not talking about me, Dr. Branson, and the entire history of the Orthodox monarchical Trinitarian model. And then he did later mention that. Now, I don't care about the ultimate issue of whether he said that I was good at the Trinity or whatever. I'm not worried about that. My point in DMing him was that I don't believe either the Protestants or the Roman Catholics have good Trinitarian models because they don't even have the triad. And they don't have the triad because you don't just have the triad as an abstract doctrine in your head. It's not a doctrine that you have separate from the doctrine of the energies. There is no Trinity without energies doctrine. But the weird part about Shamoun is that Shamoun seems to think that you can have theophanies, but he doesn't even know about the energies. The only way to have theophanies is to have the energetic manifestation of those theophanies.
To be quite frank, I don't know what Jay is talking about right now. What is the energies thing? Anybody listen to this later? Tell me more about these energies because this sounds, I won't lie to you, weird. What is this energy stuff that Jay is talking about? So if you guys are listening, leave me some comments on that, okay? I'd like to know.
But I don't think he even knows that, and I'm going to show you the evidence that he doesn't even seem to know that. So here's the horrible thing that I did. Apparently, if you message him while he's doing a live stream, which I wasn't aware of this, I don't spend all my time watching Sam Shamoun. I know many of you think that I do.
Wait a minute. You don't live in Sam doesn't live in your head like, Sam lives in my head apparently? Wow, what a shocker.
I've watched some of his Muslim debates, and that's about it. I dared to message him while he was streaming and said, hey, let's set up a friendly debate where we have timed responses. That's the horrible demonic thing I did. So apparently, if you ask Sam Shamoun a question while he's trying to live stream, you're of the devil. I didn't realize this. I didn't know that that's what counts as demonic manifestation. Now, I've always thought it was a little odd that he always calls anyone who disagrees manifesting.
Interesting.
I mean, people who have the vices or who lose their temper, they're not all possessed, and they're not all demonic manifestations.
It's true.
This is just bizarre.
Now, granted, I have watched some content of Jay Dyer, so I can't say that I've watched a lot. I have checked him out from time to time to see what he's talking about. He can be aggressive. He can sometimes be rude, but he's not the same as Sam Shamoun. He doesn't do the same language, the same projecting, the same insults, say as Sam. And so again, this is interesting. I'm watching this right now with you guys as I'm recording to put this up later. And this is interesting because he's saying a lot of things that we've been saying, and yet he's been a friend of Sam's for a long time. It's interesting how Sam's now attacking Jay for things that he's believed for a while. And now Jay is saying things that he's known about Sam for a while. That's just weird to me. It's like, were you guys like in this nice little, I don't know, toy store and just, playing a bunch of games and just not paying attention? I don't know how to put it. You guys get what I'm saying, though? It's just like funny how all of a sudden now you guys say something just weird.
But some of you might be wondering, well, why did you continue on being friends with Sam Shamoun for so long?
Oh, here we go.
Well, I wanted to make Sam Shamoun Orthodox. I want him to become Orthodox.
Okay.
As is the case with everybody that we
Fair enough. That makes sense. Okay.
interact with, talk to, debate with. And so I was always respectful. And I think everybody can attest to the fact that at no point in the last 7 years of knowing Sam Shamoun can anyone point out any time where I ever said anything negative at all or critical. Nothing but respect for Sam Shamoun throughout those entire years. So it was a very bizarre response because, number one, if you're doing a live stream, don't pay attention to Skype messages. Like, so all you have to do is just pay attention to the live stream. There's no reason to get mad over somebody DMing you.
So I laugh because look at all these super chats that Jay Dyer gets, man. Hey, by the way, you guys want to help support me? Look at all these super chats he's getting, man. You guys want to help support me? That'd be awesome. You know, a lot of times when I'm doing a live stream, I'll get text messages, PM often. I'll look at it and sometimes make a joke, but I just turn it back off and go right back at it. So it is true. I mean, you don't have to actually, unless it's like, you know, an emergency, then you got to say, okay, bye-bye, right? So again, Jay's making some common sense statements here.
While you're live streaming. And why would that make anyone who DMs you demonic? It's just bizarre. And nothing in the messages was out of the norm. Every time I've ever messaged Shamoun or said anything, it's just direct, straightforward, no BS, no dancing around, just straight up. Hey, I disagree with your take on Protestant and Roman Catholic Trinity models because you can't have this doctrine without the energies.
What the heck is the energies, man? I feel like I'm in a time blip. Where's the energies in the Bible, dude? Obviously not anywhere there. What are you talking about, man? Come on.
Well, again, that was just way over the top. So you'll see here live, this is what was happening.
Actually,
Now, what's funny though, really quick, Jay made a comment about saying something to Sam that he disagreed with Sam on. Well, Jay, I hate to inform you, that was your first problem. You see, you can't actually want to correct Sam on anything. Because if you do, what happens? You are a rabid satanic dog. That's why, right? That's what he'll call you. So, future reference, anybody out there, you know, just, you know, say yes, Sam. He's your leader.
he just contacted me on Skype. So you guys think he doesn't? Here. Okay, see? This is what happened. See, this is what you did, Jay? You can't control yourself? Now I'm going to, because they're not here. Here you go.
I can't control myself. So just DMing this guy, I can't control myself. I'm springing out. Oh, I'm demonically possessed.
This is too funny.
Right here. I guess he needs attention, and his fangirls are foaming at the mouth. I think
he thinks that I need the attention when, again, I brought him on the Alex Jones show. Now, he's actually going to make a reference to that later and say that I'm crazy conspiracy theorist when he went on the Alex Jones show. So that would mean he's also an insane loon conspiracy theorist for coming on the show that I invited him on.
live here. Here it is, guys. Let me show you. Right now, as I'm going live, I don't know what's going on. He wants to debate William and I. William and I. Here, let me call him. Let me see. Right here.
Does this look like demonic manifestation?
What were you thinking, Jay? Shame on you.
Right?
And the other
Now,
messages say we can even do it in a friendly, timed response way. Like there's nothing. It's the same kind of reaction with Calvin Robinson. Now, part of the reason that this happened too is that I talked for months with Sam about how to set up the right round table. And they think that because no one wants to interact or have anything to do with William Albrecht or Sam Shamoun, by the way. I didn't tell him this because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But the other reason the other people don't want to interact with Albrecht is that they don't want to interact with Sam Shamoun.
Wow.
And that's all the people in my circles. So no one else wanted to come on this round table. And so I was trying to figure out ways to set up the round table where we could have me do a presentation and then separately Albrecht do a presentation. Well,
That's very interesting. So whoever these people that Jay has, and obviously he has probably some big names, again, people I probably don't know about who they are, but some people that he would want to have this kind of conversation, but because they don't obviously, it's not that they can't, it's they just don't want to interact basically with William or Sam because of who they are, because they are repulsive, rude, divisive, at times quite, well, they're just liars. So it's no surprise. So hearing this from Jay, even though I'm not in any way promoting Orthodox beliefs or whatever, I'm just playing this right now fresh. This tells me something that Jay knows about this stuff. There's other people who know about this stuff, but they're not willing to say something. Now Jay is saying something because why? Well, he has to, number one, but why? Because of Sam. But if Sam didn't do this manifestations of his own demons, and as he always does, then Jay probably would have kept quiet. It tells me something if you're listening out there by chance, anyone out there, and you may have a bigger platform than me, bigger platform maybe because these guys. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. Take a stand. Stand up for people who are like, against people like Sam Shamoun or William Albrecht, or there are others out there that are so divisive, so rude, so slanderous, and at times just downright evil. Guys, you got to take a stand. So just making that comment here because it looks like Jay all of a sudden now is like he's saying things he already has known about, but now he's saying it because he has to.
I suggested that 3 or 4 times, and I guess that wasn't good enough. Because no one wanted to interact with Albrecht because Albrecht is a shady character. That's why. And because they don't like Sam Shamoun. So, but I didn't tell him any of that. I just left all that out and tried to organize it. By the way, I organized the...
And one also, I haven't gotten too far into how far up, maybe a little bit more. Even though this is Jay's response and he is calling out Sam and William and responding to their doo-doo, I will say that Jay is being, he's a little bit sarcastic and he's making some jabs, but he's still showing respect. Is that how Sam and William is going to respond, or are they going to keep on barking and being atrocious as they normally are? We'll get to that in a second. Your watch.
A fresh and fit thing to bring him on. So I don't know, what was a vast conspiracy for me all these years to get him, help him out with nice interviews, big spots.
Yeah.
And what it was all to go after him because I'm demonically possessed. I mean, it's just insane. It's like, I disagreed with your take that Protestants and Roman Catholic apologists in the pop sphere, like Aiken or any of those people, that any of them have very good takes on the Trinity. And so I asked simply for a timed response debate on my channel. Now, I'm going to play a clip in a minute ago where he lost his mind tonight and said some really insane stuff, which makes me worried about him.
Okay, let's see what he has to say. Let's go a little longer.
And you're going to see that he doesn't even seem to be aware of the Introduced Doctrine, which is odd because he's out here teaching the Trinity, debating all these topics, and then he plays the victim on his stream and says that you don't ask a person who's new to all this to come to debate. Well, then why are you teaching? If you're new to all this, you ought to be being catechized. But this is a problem we're going to get to with Shamoun here in a second. I've got 5 main issues with what the problem is with Sam Shamoun, and it's probably not what you think. I'm not going to go after him on a personal level. I don't do that. That's the kind of stuff that people who don't really have anything solid to stand on, that's what they go after. I'm going to point out what I think is the actual issue here. And it really has nothing to do with intellect or doctrines or dogmas or anything like that. It has to do with being willing to go into the catechumenate. That's the problem. And I think he's pretty much expressed that he would rather go to a Catholic church because, quote, they give him communion. Well, that doesn't prove that it's the true church because they will give you the communion. His other arguments for why he's Catholic are...
That's a good point, because from what I understand, he was actually kicked out of the Assyrian church, and he can no longer partake of communion. And now he's been claiming to be going to the Catholic Church for about a year or so, and he calls himself Catholic. Now, I don't know if he's been officially catechized or christened in the Catholic Church, but he calls himself Catholic, and he's been doing the Eucharist for a while, the Eucharist according to the Catholic way. And so it is interesting Jay brings this out because that makes you believe that's the true church because you can do that. Like, Jay makes another interesting point. Obviously, he couldn't do that if he was going to the Orthodox Church, because you have to be officially Orthodox, right? At least that's what I think. So, yeah.
things like miraculous meetings of other Roman Catholics or something. I don't know how that proves Roman Catholicism. I mean, if I met a bunch of, Satanists in the next week, would that miraculously, providentially mean I'm supposed to join the Church of Satan? It's just it's a bad series of almost charismatic level stuff. And we're actually going to see that I think there is an element of charismatic influence and delusion that's going on with Shamoun, which is also part of the problem when we look at his bizarre idea that dust particles that fly across his camera are miraculous presences and appearances.
Orbs.
Which, yes, he actually believes that.
It's true.
And now people are saying running from the debate. Now, you say I offered multiple times for them to come and do a timed debate, and they said, no, you come to Williams' channel right now. Well, I was on a podcast earlier tonight, as you can see, with, quite frankly, I didn't have time to go to Williams' channel. But I've spent months and years in the past trying to debate and set up debates with William Albrecht.
Yep.
And so if they're not willing to accept a debate where there's timed responses,
yep,
what's the point? And what's the point of debating a person who himself can't debate or defend his positions? He's got to bring in his handler.
Uh-huh.
But I told him he can come debate too. But they don't want that. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Let's see what happens.
So here's the rest of what he says.
Dude that I've tried to respect, he's now barking and manifesting.
Barking and manifesting. Asking you to come have this discussion. So that's barking and manifesting. So you notice that anyone who disagrees, this guy thinks is demonically possessed. Now, he may actually believe this, and what that suggests to me is like there's something going on. Like he actually thinks that everything that's happening is somehow like about and directed at him. As if someone couldn't just disagree with him or even just get angry with him. If somebody gets angry with you, do you immediately assume that they're demonically possessed? It's just bizarre. I mean, it's not true, but it might be a person who has a kind of a psychosis or is dealing with certain types of bipolar issues. And I think that probably that's what's going on.
Yes, Jay, you are correct. Now, could be bipolar, could be a lot of other issues. It could be demonic as well. I kind of lean towards that, to be quite frankly with you. But see, other people are now finally seeing this. Jay Dyer has a way bigger audience than me. So I obviously expect, because of what he just done now, this is going to have probably an interesting ripple effect with how other people now deal with Jay and Sam, because there are people who are friends in the middle. People probably like Avery from God Logic. People like, what's the other guy? Mike Jones or whatever, Inspiring Philosophy, something. I'm not a big fan of him, but I'm not anti him, and just whatever. I don't mean to be rude. Sorry, came across the wrong way. But there's going to be a ripple effect. This is interesting, unless all of a sudden they hug and give each other a nice peck on the cheek, not the lips, of course, and make up at some point, right? This is going to be interesting. And the issue also, I said earlier, I'm not going to do a specific stream on it, but just to briefly talk about it, the issue of also Sam with Albie. That's also causing an interesting riff as well, right? And now Sam's kind of going after Albie as well too, a little bit, right? So this is going to be an interesting, I've been saying this for a while. Call me a prophet, just don't stone me though. But I've been saying this is going to happen for a while, and now we're finally this year, we're seeing it really unfold. You look at with Jay Dyer, you look at with David Wood, you look at with Albie. I mean, I'm telling you, at some point there will be. It may not be this year, next year, but there will be a point where Sam totally unhinges, and him and William have a falling out too. Mark my words, that will happen at some point.
I'm not saying that to humiliate him, because I'm not interested in going into this whole thing. As you're going to see, when I tried to reach out again tonight to set up a debate, he just went off the hook. So I don't think this is a person that you can be reasonable with. And you'll see why.
Right here.
What a surprise.
Right here, see? So don't lie for him, because he's been trying to Get my attention. I'm live. I'm thinking, okay, some other time we'll do it. All right. So no, you fangirls, shots fired.
Shots fired.
So then he got mad because he messaged me in the middle of this and he said, "Why are you sending your minions into my chat?" I've never sent minions into chats. I don't have the time or the energy interest in doing
And
that.
Sam does it all the time. He tells
that's just the way the internet works. People will come and talk smack.
Sam does that all the time.
Strategize and
so
and tell, all right, go get him, guys.
Sam does that all the time.
I just put it publicly, right? So at this point, I posted the public question, why don't you guys both come and have a debate?
It's not going to be on his time, so he can simmer down.
Now, wait a minute. Shamoun always demands everyone come to his stream. And then when I offer for both of them to come to my stream, I didn't say it had to be right then. I just said, you guys want to come on. So he's making it like I demanded at the initial offer that he has to come on right now or today.
And just for the record, for anybody who might be new to this planet, born yesterday, Sam has had me blocked for over a couple years, to which I can't even go on his platform anymore to have a discussion / debate with him. And he has turned down 5 different opportunities of different people's channels for a debate. And because he lost twice to me, because he couldn't prove his doctrines. And so Sam wants to do thing on his terms. And Jay is saying, hey, why don't you guys come over here? Friendly discussion, friendly debate. Yet you see Sam manifesting, he likes to say, and Jay calling him out on it.
I never said that. I just said, you want to set up a friendly timed response. That's all it said. I said it would be good to do it timed so that people don't talk over each other. Now he's
with Jay's personality and William's personality and Sam's personality talking over each other. Yeah, you definitely need timed responses. Absolutely.
Saying, oh, he just wants attention, demanding that I do it now. There was no demand.
So don't.
And me too sometimes. I know people like, Kelly, you do the same thing, Kelly. You do the same thing. Okay. Me too sometimes. Okay.
I'll be lying about him. He's the one who did. I don't usually call this guy out, but I guess he's getting too big for his britches. Anyway.
Right. So because he's got clips channels that have spread his clips, he thinks I'm jealous of him and I have to call him out because I don't have any other way to get attention or to get an audience. So it's not like I host a giant show or write for another giant show. No, I only can get clips by fussing with him.
Now,
it is interesting though. I've said this before. If you just go type in Sam Shamoun in YouTube and type it in and then do the little thing where you can clip, like you can look at the filter and do just say, just for that day, see how many people clip Sam Shamoun for their channels. It's ridiculous. Put in Mike Winger, put in Frank Turek, put in Alan Parr, put in whoever you can think of, a popular person that's a Christian theologian or somebody like that, right? And try to compare that to Sam Shamoun. It's atrociously not even close. Sam has such a cult following that people clip everything of him. Now, Jay actually does have people clip him, but nowhere as close as people with Sam. Sam has this cultic type following. It's insane. Check it out. Do what I just said. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Right, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Now, you're telling me this is not a demonic attack and now Satan's using him? We're focusing on Christ, glorifying Christ. He manifests. But I'm glad you exposed.
So again, nothing else happened other than me asking him another question. I said, what are you getting mad about? I'm just asking you to set up a time debate. And now it's demonic manifestation. So it's almost like a cult leader where it's like DMing a person during a stream and he loses his mind as if this is some giant personal attack. All I said was I disagree with your take on Protestant and Roman Catholic Trinity models.
I have to say it, guys. He has said it at least probably 3 to 4 times, 5 times now. For people who've been saying to me, Kelly, you are out of your mind saying that Sam Shamoun is like a cult type leader, leading many people astray. Jay is seeing it. Jay is seeing it. I'm not, again, I don't hold hands directly, in regards to ministry, would say someone like Jay, we have our differences, but respect in this area. He's saying it like it is. And finally, this is getting out there because people have been so quiet. I don't know all the reasons. I can't explain it. I'm not going to try to put words in Jay's mouth, but man, finally.
So that was it. That's it. But that's all it takes is you're now demonically possessed and working to undermine him when I hooked you up with a fresh and fit massive debate, but now I'm demonically possessed for daring to message you during a live stream. I mean, it's just, okay, I get it. He has a pet peeve that I understand this now, but why don't you just assume that, like, maybe not everybody knows that that's your pet peeve, right? To get messaged during a live stream. I get messages all the time. I don't get mad about it and cuss the people out because they message me. How dare you, you demon! Satan sent you to message me during a live stream.
Because now shots are fired. Okay, now, and you guys note, I didn't shoot, right? I didn't fire shots. Okay, but that's good. Now, for the rest of you, if you're listening, because Satan wants us to be distracted. Don't be distracted. No, his fangirls came manifesting. I blocked them. Because I guess he's live calling out William. Don't be...
He's lied calling out William. How is calling out William to debate a lie? That doesn't even make any sense.
I think he said...
Distracted.
I think he said live. Let's just go back just a tiny bit. Where are we at? Let's just go back a little bit. Didn't he? Let's put on the caption. Let's just see. Let's see what it says.
Distracted. No, his fangirls came manifesting. I blocked them. Because I guess he's live calling out William.
Lied. Okay, it says lied. Maybe he meant to say live. I don't know. I'm perplexed on that one as well.
Don't be...
He's lied calling out William. How is calling out William to debate a lie? That doesn't even make any sense.
True. I agree with that.
Distracted. Focus, because in the midst of my stream to call us out. Yeah, we're going to drop everything, Jay. We're going to drop you in a minute.
I didn't say anything about leaving your stream to debate me. I just asked you if you'd like to set it up. So this is not true. He's acting like I demanded that he stop his stream and come debate me. It was a simple message to set up this debate or this discussion, which is the same message I sent tonight, and you'll see how he reacted.
So this is funny. So Jay Dyer sends a message. Apparently he shouldn't have done it during a live stream with Sam. I just want to go back a few years just to kind of give anybody out there who may not know. People were asking me a lot a few years back, 3-4 years ago, about, are you watching Sam? He's kind of starting to turn Catholic. This is before any of the crazy stuff. This is before he was really even hanging out much with William Albrecht at the time. But then they were starting to get to know each other, and then they had a few streams together, and then at some point they had a debate that was going to be on the Gospel of Truth channel. I think on the Perpetual Virginity of Mary. And so I remember people asking me, Kelly, what do you think? And I was like, well, this is not looking good. And I remember in the live chat, before it even started, the live chat, you know how you can sometimes leave chats before a stream actually starts. So I remember leaving a little comment just saying, I hope that Sam, is Sam becoming Catholic? I think those are my exact words. Is Sam becoming Catholic? I will pray for him. Honest to God truth. That's what I said. And Sam caught wind of that somehow. Somebody either got that, told him about it, and that's when he went berserk on me. That's where all this stuff began back in whenever it was, 2022, 2021, whatever it was. I think it's 2021. And that's when it all began. That's where it all began. That one little sentence that I said, is Sam becoming Catholic? I will pray for him. And Sam went berserk. and started doing like a zillion streams attacking me. So this is his pattern. Some of you may not know that, but that's just a historical fact.
We set it up. Don't worry about it.
By the way, the reason that he's acting this way is because he doesn't want this debate. He wants to poison the well and be so nasty that I won't debate, so that he will say that I'm a coward. When if he was actually disinterested in the truth, why wouldn't he just have this discussion anyway? Why wouldn't he come and have the discussion with timed responses? Well, there was no need for all of this. But one of the reasons that this kind of person does this,
by chance, Jay, or anyone who likes Jay or knows Jay, I don't know much about this energy stuff, but I'm going to do some research on it. Obviously, after listening to this today, I'm going to go Google divine energies and Orthodox belief on the Trinity and try to understand where you're coming from. I would be open to a discussion on that, Jay. If little old me would be, if you'd be interested in having a conversation, I would be very, I like to know. Honestly, I defend the Trinity all the time. That's my typically number one thing that I'm refuting the cults, and why most people come to my channel is I'm defending the Trinity and defending the deity of Christ. And I have never heard of these three energies thing before. So you've got me very curious. Now, I don't know everything. There's a lot of things I don't know. That's definitely something I don't know about. So I'd be curious.
Is that it's a way to not have the debate by being so nasty and then accuse the people who don't want to interact with you as if they're totally scared.
That's true. Jay's right there.
Now you might say, oh, but Jay, you make jokes about people. You do this, you do that. When I operate on asking people to come to a debate, it's always professional. I just simply send very brief, very clear, precise messages. Would you like to set up a debate on this? And everybody knows this. I've been doing it for years. There's no screaming. There's no meltdowns. There's no crying. There's none of this. That happens in informal debates where it's open forum where people call in to challenge me. That's different.
Yeah, it's different
from a formal debate setting where you have timed responses.
Agreed.
Right? Not on your time. Take it easy. But you see here, it says on his robe and on his thigh.
There was nothing about that he has to do it on my time. It was just an asking him to come and do it. He could do it a week from now.
He has a name inscribed, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
Man, Jay gets a lot of super chats.
So you're saying Jesus manifested by coming and disrupting a service that's about Jesus Christ and glorifying him? That's what Satan, your father, does. Manifest to distract, you stupid whore. See, the demons are...
So, because someone asked him to debate in a DM, the demons are sending people and everyone's a stupid whore. It literally makes no sense at all.
Manifesting. Okay, now everyone else getting it? Everyone listening? Everyone listening? I need you to focus. Get rid of these trolls. Now, I don't want you to get distracted. Do you guys see demonic? I'm in the midst of a session and the guy manifests. Good. I'm glad God exposed you. It's time to take you out. 1 Corinthians 6, 2 to 3.
Take you out.
So this is his attitude when someone DMs him, because it's a live stream, it's demonic manifestation, and it's time for him to take them out. I mean, this is just literally insane. This is like a mentally unstable person. I don't like, where did I ever say anything negative, critical at all, rude or anything? But I mean, I was always completely respectful to him. And he doesn't have any evidence of any of that, by the way. Like, there's no me talking smack, me even being rude, critical of him at all. All he has is that I told him that no one wants to interact with William Albrecht, and he thinks that's a gotcha, that people are scared of Albrecht.
All right, we're going to stop there. So that's his response there. Now, today, I think this is actually still going. Let me just check to make sure if this is still going. Far as I know, this is still going. Let's see. Yeah, so Sam is still currently doing a live stream. So this is what we're going to get to now. So what I've shared so far is Sam and William's attack on Jay Dyer yesterday, late last night. We see Sam, he's doing a rebuttal, if you will, on Alex O'Connor, but he's taking more jabs at Jay Dyer. So let's see what today, again, I haven't seen this yet. Actually, everything last night from William and Sam, that was my fresh time really watching it today with you, and watching the Jay Dyer one fresh with you, and this as well. So I only knew about it, so this is all fresh stuff. So let's see what Sam says. I'm pretty sure I got the spot where he's starting to attack Jay, if I got the spot right.
Busy, so glory to the Father and the Spirit. Yeah, no, he is a coward. He is. And I want to challenge.
Jay is making every excuse not to debate like the coward he is. Really? I didn't get that from what you guys watched a minute ago with Jay, did you? Nope.
Gay liar. I want to challenge Gay liar. And Lewis was there, Orthodox Cow's partner, on their Discord, and I think it was Father Deacon who was there. This was on Discord. Now, God exposed the liars. God shamed the liars. God humiliate the liars. Oh, and by the way, they keep saying that it wasn't Jay that showed up last night using the N-word. But remember, this is the clown who believes in conspiracy theories. The Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, Illuminatis. Isn't it ironic? The master at conspiracy theories, his now fangirls are promoting a conspiracy theory that was someone else, masquerading as him. How do we know it was someone else? Maybe, remember, maybe he sent someone to represent him so he can then have a scapegoat saying it wasn't me. After all, if the shoe fits, wear it. Yep. And because they're liars and slanderers and sons of Satan, they can't be honest. They can't be honest. I'm talking about the orthosissies, not talking about the Orthodox. This does not reflect an Orthodox. I'm not trying to be politically correct. Just like you have radical Thomists who disgust me, but not Thomists. You have jerks in every field. And I'm going to use this to highlight something. That we're no better than Muslims. We are not. I'm no better than a Muslim. And I'll get there. I want to use this as a teaching moment. But before I do it, let's set the record straight. Oh, let me go here on, man, I got to check my Facebook. Hold on. He's now been called out. He can hide behind Orthodox Cow. Right? Orthodox Cow. But Orthodox Cow, before we simmer you in your lard, Jay's going to have to debate those topics, and then we're going to go 2-on-2. Keep acting tough as if you guys are going to scare me. By the power of the Lord Jesus Christ, once I master the material, I'm going to obliterate and bury you guys because you made it personal. You clowns need to be taken out.
Wow.
You really do. You clowns really need to be taken out. I pray Jesus, if he gives me health and he gives me holiness, I'm going to do to you, you ortho queer baits, what I did to the Muslims.
So hear this. He's now addressing and going after people of the Orthodox faith, accusing them not really being Orthodox, number one, but now doing the same kind of stuff, same wording, same language, same accusations, same slander, same narcissistic type attitude that he has, attacking Muslims, attacking Protestants, and now he's going to start attacking people who are Orthodox. This is very interesting, my friends, listening right now. This is very interesting.
This is my promise. If the Lord Jesus is pleased to give me enough health and holiness and time, I promise you, I keep my word. When the Muslim dogs attacked me, look what I did to them. You are not representatives of the Orthodox. I promise you, ortho queers, just let me spend time studying this. I will be your nightmare. I'm going to make you cry because you're disgusting scum.
Just for the record, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my apologetics funeral service, Sam. Still waiting. Hopefully, maybe one of these days you'll get enough holiness to which you can actually give me that service.
You're a disgrace to Christianity, let alone the Orthodox Church. And I pray God will use me as his hammer to destroy you. You guys are filthy.
Wow.
You are a stain. You guys are. And if you guys are going to be men, Louis Rehab is his name. You were there, Louis. I don't know if Orthodox Cal was there. Ask Gay Dyer what I did to him just in an informal setting on Discord years ago about the Jews in the Old Testament canon. Very nice. He got angry, got manifested because he couldn't address my issues. And he said, it's my Discord. I can do what I want. So out of respect, I left. Louis, and I believe it was Orthodox, were upset that Jay manifested like a dog. Again, God exposed the liars. So your paper champion, he's a joke.
No, I wasn't there. I have no idea what Sam's talking about. Maybe some of you do. I don't know. But I can say this, knowing enough about Sam's history, he's probably exaggerating or misrepresenting things because he very rarely actually says something accurate when he's coming at somebody. It's a very rare thing to actually say anything accurate. So I'd be safe to say that what he's saying right now is completely false. And is this person's really name Ortho Cow, or is that Sam just being Sam, right? I don't know. He because he calls Jay Dyer a gay liar, right? So I'm assuming Sam is just doing what he normally does, making these type of stupid statements.
Now I'll give him that. Brilliant when it comes to philosophy. Brilliant when it comes to using presuppositional apologetics. Brilliant. He'll destroy you. That's all he has. He sucks when it comes to biblical exegesis and the early church on the Trinity. He does. He sucks.
Wow.
That's why he needed me to bail him out. And by the way, for the record,
that's why he needed Sam to bail him out. Gosh. Just wow. Right? Like, guarantee you a week before this thing going on, this wouldn't have been even a comment. Just wow. These comments that Sam says about Jay Dyer now.
I didn't ask Jay Dyer to join me on Fresh and Fit. He asked me.
Yeah, he just shared the Luago because he wanted to help you get on a good platform that was big. Man, boy, would I love an opportunity like that. Anybody know how to get in touch with the Fresh and Fit? I'll sign up. Get me over there, please. Jay said a little while ago he did it because he wanted to help him out because a lot of people wouldn't put him on the platform. And Jay got him on there. What a buffoon.
Go ask him. We got receipts. Receipts don't lie, ortho queers. Ortho bros.
Wow.
Watch what I'm going to do to you guys.
Wow.
Give me time.
Wow.
Once I get attacked, see, I've been nice, and this is my fault. I'll tell you why it's my fault. I tend to be loyal to a T. When I like someone or love someone or respect someone, I try to be loyal and ignore their attacks. And I said, look, Jay, his bread and butter is conspiracy theories. Maybe the Rothschilds can send him UFO to take him back to Uranus, where he's from, your anus, right? And snake oil salesman selling all these vitamins.
Wow.
Because he needs money like a whore. I mean,
wow.
He needs money. He's got to live. And he bashes the Catholic. That's all right, because you got Orthodox bashing Catholic, but it's my fault. God is weeding these dogs out. So watch what I'm going to do to you guys.
Dogs.
Orthodox cow, just give me the time to study. You guys have an advantage. You've been doing it because that's all you guys do. I promise you, by the power of Jesus Christ, within the next years, if he gives me health and holiness and I study material, I'm going to be your nightmare.
What is this holiness thing? Health, I can understand if we live. I pray I have good health, but my health has been an issue for the last couple of years. Many of you probably know that. And I'm hoping that I have many more years, but health has caused me a lot of issues where I've had to reschedule streams or debates at times or whatever. And so I'm, I know what it's like to be praying for good health because I have issues going on myself. Most of you probably know that who are watching anyway. Or if you don't, maybe you don't. Might be some new people watching, by the way. Glad you're here. But what does Sam keep asking about if God gives him holiness? See, this isn't just a little plug, okay? Little point here. If you are born again right now listening, and you are a child of God, you are saved, you're a Christian, and you know that right now you have to give eternal life. The Bible says by you trusting truly in Christ, his death, burial, and resurrection, and confessing who Christ truly is, Lord, Savior, Messiah, God come in the flesh, second person of the Trinity. We look at Scripture, what it teaches. You right now, Bible says, are a saint. You're complete in Christ, meaning lacking nothing. You are holy, righteous, blameless. You don't have to worry about it later. You are that now. What is he talking about? What is Sam talking about?
I want to make you cry.
Ooh,
Because you're dogs.
Woo!
You do not represent your faith tradition. Another thing I want to
So these guys he's talking about, plus Jay Dyer, he's calling dogs. Dogs.
set the record straight. Because remember what narcissists do. They play victim and
Ha! Stop. Stop. I can't take any more. Please. He's going to tell us now what a narcissist does. Oh, please, for the love of God. Everybody out there, please. Make sure you're not driving because you might crash. Sam, tell us what a narcissist does, please.
nice.
And let's see if everything he says, Sam actually does.
Trying to arouse a response from you to demonize you, right? You guys who've dealt with narcissists, what do? What's their MO? Sorry, guys, puffed up. Oh, Bedlam. Yeah, I heard he was taking cheap shots at my weight, taking cheap shots at me praying. Ooh, why? Were you turned on by me when I was leaner, Gay Dyer? Anyway.
We have nothing of that. These are things that Sam gets. People tell Sam all kinds of doo-doo, and Sam runs with it all the time. What an idiot.
What do narcissists do? What do narcissists do? You guys who lived with narcissists, and I would like to ask Jay's wife, because she can confirm this.
Oh, my goodness.
What do narcissists do? Gaslight. They will evoke a response to get you to manifest and then play the victim and be nice, you see? Because someone told me, I didn't know. Someone told me he had an actual PowerPoint presentation about my issues. You mean the same guy that you platformed on Fresh and Fit to bail Uranus out? The same guy that you came to asking advice about Islam? The same guy who had to bail you out on Tertullian because you're too stupid to know how to address Tertullian context? This same guy? So who's embarrassing who? Who's embarrassing who? When people platform me and work with me and appear on me, only then to turn against me, who looks bad?
So right now, Sam is playing the victim. Sam is projecting. Sam is gaslighting Jay Dyer. Sam is saying it's Jay Dyer who attacked him, who made these accusations against him. I like to know what video he's talking about, these slides attacking Sam and his weight and whatever else. That someone told Sam. According to what we just watched a moment ago, Jay Dyer, he's never said anything publicly about Sam. Sam is doing the exact thing he's accusing Jay of narcissism. Shame. Shame.
Because, wait, didn't I have these same issues a couple years ago? Anthony Rogers, David Wood,
Whoa.
Albie,
Whoa.
Jay. Have I changed? Have I changed? So why was it okay for...
So he brought up David Wood, Anthony Rogers, Albie, and now Jay. I wasn't in the list, but he used to like me at some point. I don't really care. But anyway, let me ask a question. Think about this. He's attacking David Wood now. He is attacking Anthony Rogers again, here and there. I've seen it. He's now starting to come after Albie. He's now coming after Jay Dyer. Do you think it's possible at some point that he also might go after apostate prophet? I already know at some point he will do William Albrecht. He will go after him at some point. I know it. I believe it in my bones. I really do. But it is also possible. I bet you he'll go after he'll go after apostate prophet at some point, being along with David Wood. It's going to happen. He is so unhinged. All right, a little bit longer, then we're going to be done.
For you to invite me to your streams to debate, cuss out Mohammedans, insult people, and you had no problem with it. And why was I okay when I was a Calvinist and you had no problem with my issues? But when you get exposed and when I've had enough with you, now my issues become problems. Ooh.
We'll stop there. So this is actually a true point that Sam actually does make, actually finally something that actually said probably right. So people of the past, people like David Wood, Anthony Rogers, not Albie, because Albie is a little bit more different, but people like probably Vocab Malone, other people that were close friends with Sam, others as well, have all been silent. A lot of times back in the day when he was even being, it's kind of the same how he is now. Only difference back then, he didn't call people's moms whores or satanic rabid dogs or things like that. He at least had a little bit more reserve, but he was still kind of the same kind of guy with his personality, right? But now he's like, well, how come you guys are saying something now? I think it's finally that people finally are starting to speak up. People are finally starting to stand up and say, you know what? Enough is enough, right? And I'm hoping that today's video, if you watch it when I first put it out or later, I hope that you walk through it, check it out. Please leave me some comments, what you thought. Add in your insights, your thoughts, whatever you think. I'm off my rocker. That's fine too. But I've been saying this for a while, and that's why I decided to do this video. When I saw what was going on yesterday and today, I was like, you know what? I've been saying this for a while, and now it's actually starting to unfold. And so my hope and warning for you guys out there, for especially people who follow Sam, you got to break away from the Sam cult. You know, your allegiance is Jesus Christ, not some organized religion, not some pope, not some bishops, not some denomination, and not some particular person. Sam treats people like he's a cult leader. And you got to learn to see that, guys. Hope you do see that. Thank you for watching today. What do you think of the Jay Dyer, Sam Shamoun, and William Albrecht debacle going on? The Rumble. The Rumble is going on. Share your comments. Please like this video. Please share it. Subscribe. If you'd like to help support this ministry, there are links in there. Go check out. Buy me a cup of coffee. But if you don't want to do that, buy me a Dr. Pepper, okay? Lord bless you, and may you know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. May you trust in him. Died upon the cross, rose again, shed his blood, resurrected. Trust in him as the way, the truth, the life. No other name under heaven by which we must be saved. He is everything. Trust in him. Savior, Lord, Messiah, Son of God, God come in the flesh, second person of the Trinity. And if you trust truly in him, you are saved now until your last breath. By trusting in him, you become a child of God. Amen. Lord bless you. Talk to you later.